Okay, we'll start in 3 minutes. How does that sound? So bad. Gotta get my smoking out before I go hardcore training.
Is it recorded?
Yeah, but always cut it out. So you lived in Florida your whole life?
Yeah.
Never wanted to move anywhere else?
Nope. I like being with my family.
Nice. And how'd you find out about the Thai camps? I'm always curious.
When I was in China, I saw a video of the Tiger Muay Thai team tryouts.
Oh, the tryouts are insane, huh? Yeah. Like on a video, like randomly on the internet?
YouTube, yeah.
Shit. And you were like, wait. You were like, just wait, what? I have to go.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Fuck it, I always just gotta be myself. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Hi, welcome. My name is Ninja from the Highest Frequency Podcast. I am your host, and I have an amazing guest today. I'll let him introduce his name, where he's from, and where we are currently in the world.
Hi, I'm Sam. We're in Thailand. I'm from Florida.
What brought you to Thailand?
Training. I just wanted to get in as much training as I could.
Cool. And what training do you do in Thailand?
Muay Thai, MMA, grappling.
Nice. And you're from Florida, correct?
Yes.
And what did you do back home in Florida, as in martial arts?
Well, I started with karate when I was 3 years old. And,
3?
Yeah, when I was 3 years old. And then I went to China for 6 months and did Kung Fu and Sanda, which
Oh my gosh, hold on. So that's like my next goal after 2 years, hopefully going pro. I really want to go to China. Is that where you said you found the tiger?
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump into that real quick. So you went to Kung Fu school for how long?
6 months.
Oh my gosh, and what did you learn and how was it? And how old were you?
I think I was like 22
Okay.
or something like that. I learned Wushu from the #1 Wushu champion in all of China.
Wushu is
pretty
the
insane.
arms?
Wushu is just Kung Fu. It's just a style of Kung Fu. It's like performative forms, that kind of stuff, but the conditioning is amazing. You get really strong and really fit when you do Wushu.
Can you explain what type of conditioning this is? I'm curious.
They just do a lot of bodywork stuff. Like, when I was there, we would climb a mountain, basically. It had like a huge stairway, and we would race up and down it. And we would do stuff like frog jumps, so getting as low as you could and jump as far as you can, and bear crawls and all that kind of stuff. And the forms, just doing the forms is super intense.
You have to that's like all about, it's more than memorizing, right? I mean, first
With
it's
the
like,
forms,
yeah.
you do have to memorize the forms, for sure.
But it's more than just memorizing, right?
What do you mean?
Like anyone can memorize something and do it, but like to put your whole heart into it, like to act.
That's true. Yeah, it is. It's like acting. You have to imagine you're in a battle or whatever, and I think the best performers or whatever are the ones that you can see like the animosity of them attacking somebody or defending themselves.
And in an actual Wushu fight, is there full contact?
So I did Wushu, but that's only forms, right?
Yeah.
And conditioning. But I also did Sanda, which is Chinese kickboxing.
I know someone who done Sanda, so explain that.
Sanda is basically just kickboxing, but with takedowns. So you can grab someone's legs and throw them on their ass, and it's regular kickboxing besides that.
Is there any clinching involved?
Yeah, in boxing and kickboxing, there's always clinching.
And I've noticed that the Sanda, like actual tournaments, you wear gear, like you wear protection.
Yeah, they wear headgear, body protection, gloves, and shin guards.
Is that for every competition?
That I've seen.
And have you done one of those yet?
No, I haven't done a competition.
Just training.
Just training, yeah.
Cool. So when you were 22, you went to China for 6 months. And then what next?
Then I went to American Top Team in Coconut Creek and trained there until COVID happened.
Training.
Jiu-jitsu, kickboxing.
And how many years was that of training?
I don't think it was a full year that I was at American Top Team in Coconut Creek because COVID happened. And then after COVID, I started training at American Top Team in Davie. And that I've been at for years.
And that's all in Florida?
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so what got you in? So Sam is an entrepreneur. He's 28, and it's very inspiring because obviously to start a business is, we were talking before the podcast that, when you start, it's hard, and, you probably feel like you're failing every day. I don't know, but
100%.
If you want to explain, where did this start to be like, I'm gonna do this, and yeah, what is it? What business?
Honestly, I got extremely lucky. So I don't remember if I said this already, but I started karate when I was like 3 years old. So I've been doing martial arts my entire life, and I've kept the love for it for my entire life. And where I'm lucky is my mom was dating the master of my karate system. Right.
So your whole family's kind of been into martial arts.
Yeah, my mom is actually a black belt.
Oh my gosh!
Which is crazy.
In karate or?
Yeah, in karate. And so my mom.
Shout out to mom.
Yeah, shout out to my black belt mom. My mom was dating the master of the karate system, and he had this little studio that he would teach private lessons at. And he unfortunately passed away. And when he passed away, the kind of like the ownership or like the renting.
Was it luck? Anyways, go ahead.
The renting, actually we murdered him so we could
take over.
So we could take over. The ownership kind of went to my mom.
Wow.
And then I realized like I could make something out of this space that we had available to us. And I had the idea of starting
at that time the space was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or?
No, it was just karate. Like
it was just karate, okay.
It was a wreck. There was garbage everywhere. He moved out of his house, so he used a lot of it for storage. He had just a bunch of bullshit there. I had to clean up a lot. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into cleaning that place up and making it nice. The floors were concrete and with carpet.
So it was like a blank canvas that you got gifted.
It was not blank. It was filled. It was filled with garbage.
It was a fucked up canvas.
I had to make it blank.
Okay.
I had to put a lot of hours into cleaning it up and selling shit and putting stuff in the garbage. Just it was rough.
So the idea, like, okay, I have this place now, like, what, you were like, I'm gonna turn it into blank, and then you just started going for it, or?
I was working at UFC Fit in Pembroke Pines, and I was teaching people kickboxing, like cardio kickboxing, which I'm not like super passionate about. I'd rather teach genuine technique. And I was also teaching private lessons, and I was like, why would I still work here if I could start my own place? I have the space. I just have to put the work in and make it my own. And
you're 28 now. How long ago was this? What age were you at when you realized this?
27.
Oh, okay. Wow. So we're in the midst. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're in Thailand right now.
Just last year.
Wow. So you've completely cleaned it up?
I completely cleaned it up. I invested money into buying mats, so I bought like jiu-jitsu mats from my old dojo, American Top Team, and I put all the mats in the dojo and put some mats on the wall too. It's a little rickety, but I mean it gets the job done, especially for someone who just started. Absolutely. So you plan on coaching what type of martial arts there? Well, right now I'm coaching jiu-jitsu, MMA, and kickboxing, but I am not really qualified to teach like grappling or MMA. But I'm teaching beginners, so it's not like that big of a deal. Yeah. But eventually I'm gonna hire a coach to teach jiu-jitsu and MMA, and I'll stick to teaching kickboxing because that's my specialty. So it's just you in there? Well, right now I actually hired a coach while I'm over here to teach while I'm away, and he's teaching MMA over there. Nice, that's exciting. And does your mom have any part of this still, or? Not really. Well, she oversees like the rent, so I have to pay her rent, and but eventually she's gonna give me the responsibility, and I'll be the one dealing with that.
So how long has this? What's the name of the? Hi. What's the name of the business?
It's called the Davy Dojo.
The Davy Dojo. I love that. And so how long has it been officially opened?
A year.
Wow, a year.
This month.
This month.
Yeah, a year this month.
Oh wow, amazing. Well, congratulations. And what made you like say, I got a business, but I got to go to Thailand real fast?
Well, I didn't feel like the business was growing too much, and it was stressing me out, and I felt like I wasn't training at all myself. I was only training other people, and I just felt like I needed to get away and clear my head and focus on training and seeing what I could do with my skills. I mean, I have a lot of skills, and I think that if I had the right tutelage or the right mentality, a good cardio, I'd be able to actually pursue something in it. So I was thinking, this is my plan. I was like, I'm gonna go to Thailand,
Yeah, sure.
train for 2 months, and then go back and try out for one of the MMA schools that is around by where I live. It's called MMA Science Academy. And so I talked to one of the guys, and he said to try out, basically all you do is go in there and see if you can hang with the pros. And right now, I definitely could not hang with the pros.
Respect.
My cardio is too trash.
Same.
Striking, I'll hang with anybody. Definitely someone with my size. Someone bigger than me, obviously, is harder, but
We should spar one day.
I'm down.
Okay.
I'll spar literally anybody anytime ever.
That's how I feel.
I
you
love
know?
sparring.
Me too.
But yeah, so I'm here basically to learn more about MMA and jiu-jitsu, and then just get my cardio up. My cardio is my biggest problem, I think.
So I'm the same way right now. So sounds like you got a double kind of life in a way going on, as you want to really do something with yourself, but also you have a business. So have you thought about how you're going to balance both? Because training do you want to fight?
I don't know 100%.
Or you just want to elevate in your...
Well, 100% I want to elevate. 100% I never want to stop learning. I always want to be a student myself. I think that's how you can serve people the best, is by always remaining a student.
Yes.
I don't know for sure if I'll fight professional, but I feel like I have to at least once before I die, you know?
Absolutely. Get in that ring.
I just want to see if I can do it, you know?
Yeah, because sparring is one level, but I mean, I'm sure because you've coached and you've
I've done a couple exhibition fights. In exhibition fights, you know, you are trying to fucking put them down, you know? There's no declared winner because it's an exhibition.
That's like
But
kind
you're
of
still
like a
trying to-
hard sparring with no
It's
padding.
it's like a fight. It's just a fight with no declared winner.
Got you.
So I've done that a couple times, and I did well. I would say I won both of them. If there were winners, I would have won.
Wow. And I'm sure you loved it. Or
I mean-
is it because me, I love fighting, but like you said, you want to kind of just advance.
I loved the first one. So the first one, I was the first fight of the night.
Was it MMA or
It was, both of them were kickboxing.
Okay.
So I loved the first one. I was the first fight. I walked out and I was hype as fuck. I was revving the crowd up. Unintentionally, I was doing the Alex Pereira walkout shit.
I need
You know
to
how
watch that.
Alex Pereira, he takes back his hand and
Does
shoots
the
a
arrow,
bow, right?
That's
I was doing.
the traditional Muay Thai, if you know
That's
that.
why I did not know that.
Yeah, so they have I can't name it, but every traditional, when you get into a Muay Thai ring, you have to do this dance, and that's one of the, shooting the bow and arrow.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just naturally was just shooting the bow and arrow like that.
Nice. Yeah, you have to learn. I
And,
forget. That's so cool.
I got in the ring, and the first thing I did when I get in the ring, I slammed the ground, and I was screaming, and I was like
Wow.
revving the whole crowd up. It was fucking
Bringing
awesome.
that energy up.
The second fight I did not like very much. The second fight, I actually cornered for 4 of my fighters right before my fight. So I was screaming the entire time.
Okay.
Basically every single fight.
So you were watching your fighters, and then you had to fight too.
I was cornering them.
Oh.
Meaning I was like giving them commands. I was screaming at them.
You
I was
were-
like,
yeah.
move, feint, jab, slip, give me a combo, shit like that.
Oh yeah,
It was stressful as fuck.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute, but go ahead.
I didn't warm up at all. So after the 4 fights of me coaching my students, I jump in the ring, no warm up, and I fight a guy that's 40 pounds heavier than me.
Fuck. So yeah, I was gonna ask, do they really is it?
In an exhibition, it's not super
What's
strict.
How do they choose? Because was he
Whoever-
much taller than you? Was he the
No,
same
he was
height?
actually shorter than me, but he weighed, like I said, 40 pounds heavier. He was like 210 pounds or something, and I was like a
macho
100
man.
I was like 160 something. It was fucking crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how'd that fight go?
Well, I outpaced him.
Yeah.
I did a lot more than him. He was barely touching me, but I couldn't do any damage.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so speaking of, I love this topic of, you being in the corner and coaching people. Obviously, I've never, coached someone, when you're their coach and they're fighting. That's intense. Because it's like, when you're in the ring, you can't hear what anyone else is saying. You're trying to hear what, your coach is saying, and you're just screaming. And how is that experience of trying to, get them to hear you?
It can be a little frustrating. Yeah, when they don't listen to you, when you say things over and over and over again, and they're not really doing what you say. But it's also pretty amazing when you do say something and they follow it and it works. Like, there's nothing better than that. It's also cool seeing the student that you've been training for, months, or even like right now I have students that have been with me for over a year. It's pretty amazing seeing them in the ring with the whole crowd watching them and cheering for them.
That's amazing. Another question is, me coming from America to Florida. I started training boxing first, and like you said, it was more cardio boxing, and I was like, man, I really want to learn. And then I found a boxing gym, hired a personal coach for over $60 an hour, never even let me spar. I come to Thailand, first thing they do,
Throw you in?
spar every day with guys, and as as soon as they see I was ready, they put me in a fight. I find maybe I just haven't had that much experience in America, but is it hard to find fights? Is it
No, where I am in Florida, there's fights every weekend basically.
Okay.
Well, maybe not every weekend, maybe every other week,
but
you can very easily find a fight card or promotion.
And is it mostly Americans, or?
What do you mean?
Like on my fight card here, it was me, the German girl, and all Thais on the fight card.
Yeah. I think it's mostly Americans, or people that live in America.
That's really cool because like I said, I went to this really nice, because I really like boxing. That was before I got into Muay Thai, and I hired him, and all I told him was let's just spar in the ring. You're not ready. And I understand that, but I just need to know what it feels like. How do you? What's your
I think people should spar immediately.
Okay, I was gonna say, what's your outlook on being a coach?
But I don't think that when you're sparring, you should be sparring hard. I think even at a professional level. I mean, I'm not a professional, obviously, so I don't know. But I mean, Max Holloway says it, and a lot of other professionals say it. You should not be sparring hard. Maybe if you're really close to a fight and you have to get the feeling of that intensity, then yes. But almost 99% of the time, when you're sparring, you should not hurt the other person when you hit them.
Technique, right?
It should be 100% technique and experimentation, trying different things. And if you're a beginner, you should be able to do that, because if they hit you, they should be controlled enough not to hurt you. And
I love hard sparring, but you're exactly right. I love days when I am just technique, because like you said, you can kind of slow down, you can correct me, but slow down, see what you're doing, and get the technique right. And then when your body gets on autopilot with it, then you can speed up with it. But when I noticed when I didn't know what I was doing, I would just be hard sparring first, and I'm just swinging, and people are getting mad, and and I didn't realize really hard sparring, you need to calm down and really learn the technique first.
Yeah, so you can drill a million times, you can drill infinite times, but you're not going to be able to do that in an actual fight without first being in a live situation, right? And so if you're light sparring, that is a live situation where you'll be able to see their reactions to the combinations that you were drilling. That's the only way you'll actually be able to apply it, is in a live situation.
Amazing. Have you ever coached any kids?
Yeah, absolutely.
And how, like young or what?
Yeah, I mean, when I was working at Premier Martial Arts, I was teaching like 3-year-olds and up.
Wow. How is that? Because
I hate it.
I was gonna say, listen, I used to teach parkour in Costa Rica with children. Obviously, I was a beginner, so I can teach beginner. These kids, I love them, but these kids are effing crazy.
No, it's terrible.
How do you learn? Can you control like what? Any advice on like children? Because it's good for them, you know.
I could not give you any advice on the youngest kids because in the youngest kids class there's like 3 coaches and like
you're still running around, right?
like 5 kids, you know what I mean? Like you need a lot of coaches for.
1 second. Hey, I bought one from him yesterday. Yoo-hoo! Does this shirt say demon? Hey, can I get a flower? Flower? Last time too, he did the same thing. He's like, nah, walked away with the money. Thank you. What were we talking about?
We were talking about kids.
Oh yeah, kids. Speaking of kids, yeah. So I got this opportunity. You know what Ninja Warrior is?
Yeah.
So I met this guy. He has him and his wife own like a Ninja Warrior gym in Costa Rica while I was there, and so I started training the adult Ninja Warrior. I fell in love, and that's why I love like the whole ninja thing. I haven't tried ninja jitsu, with throwing stuff. But just the whole concept of it. But anyways, he left to go do Ninja Warrior, and he's like, hey, can you teach the kids, It was me and like 15 kids. And this is like a jungle gym type thing, and he's just like, okay, you'll figure it out. Oh my gosh. I do not know how he can, the boys are so mean to me too. It was insane.
I think for teaching martial arts with kids, the easiest way that I have been able to deal with it is by changing what we're doing every 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do the same thing for over 5 minutes. If you do the same thing,
2 minutes.
Yeah, for real. If you do the same thing for over 5 minutes, they're done.
They're all running around like picking each other's hair. Yeah.
I give them free time at the end every single time, and if they aren't acting well, I'll just say, whatever you're doing right now is cutting into your own free time. So the more you act out right now, the less free time you'll get.
Yeah.
And so that kind of motivates them to rein it in and be a little bit more chill.
Yeah. What's something that you've learned from, coaching or teaching or, with kids?
Just patience, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Just being patient and
really.
I guess trying to enjoy yourself even when you don't really want to, Yeah. Just reminding yourself, like, all right, I'm with kids right now. Why not just be a kid myself?
Yeah.
And try to have fun and hopefully they'll have fun,
Exactly. 1 second, I'm gonna move the camera. Amazing podcast so far. I don't know about y'all. It's been 23 minutes. All right, let's see here. All right, I have a question for you. All right, I love this question because you never know what people are gonna say. It's open. If you had all the money in the world right now, what would you be doing at this current moment? And what would you use some of the money on? Exactly. So that's how you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So exactly.
Okay, so if I was back home and I had all the money in the world...
Well, I mean, you'd be anywhere, so you'd be here right now, but you have all the money, so...
I would open up my dojo, but in like a commercial space instead of...
more luxury in it.
Yeah, right now it's like down a back alley in a warehouse, so it's not super luxurious.
But you're doing it.
I'd make a bigger space, and I would have it like be half of a coffee shop.
Nice.
So I saw this TikTok where this dude started a jiu-jitsu school and half of it was a coffee shop, and he said that it like quadrupled his membership. So just
Nice.
having a place where people can chill when they're not training.
I love
And then
that.
also a place where people walk in because they want coffee and they see that people are training right there.
and
They're more likely to be comfortable. They can see the classes through the mirror, through the window.
Bringing them in the environment.
Exactly. And so
Yeah.
that's what I would do. I'd also
Great.
buy a house, obviously, and then
Where?
Where?
Yeah, where do you want to buy it? Or you can buy
Just near my family.
Nice, I
Just
love
wherever
that.
my family
Oh,
is.
I love that.
And then I would create a recording studio inside of my house.
Music,
Yeah, music.
rap, singing, DJing,
Rock.
rock. Nice, nice. I have some rap, rock, reggae music videos on different YouTube channel.
You
I make the music,
Oh, that's
record
sick.
everything. Yeah, it's been a while. It's not perfect. I didn't have like good quality stuff. I
It's
just did it.
never
Yeah.
perfect.
Exactly.
I just the last song that I released with my band cost like $2,500.
Wow.
And I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter how much money you're
You can do it
spending.
completely
Actually,
for
I don't
free.
hate it. It's
Yeah.
not bad. It's just
Respect.
it's not perfect, and it's just
You
spending all
could've-
that money and all that time and all the effort into the creating the song. Like I loved the song.
Yeah.
Then hearing it recorded professionally, I just don't. It doesn't have the same magic that I once
You could
felt
have
like it had.
you could have created it with $0, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying. Like the song's amazing, you know, the experience was probably amazing, but just like
The final product
yeah,
is
yeah.
it doesn't live up to my heart
I
and
mean,
my soul.
2,500. Yeah, respect. Wow, that's amazing. Hold on, I'm gonna change the camera again. You good? Still?
Yeah.
Cool. I want to turn it this way. Yeah. On this one, it just says make good stories. I like that.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, of course. Let's see here. If you have anything to say, I'm just chilling right now. I know something will come up.
Do I have anything to say? I'm just grateful to God.
Ooh, okay.
I think it's pretty cool. This is the first podcast. No, actually, this is the second podcast I've ever done.
Oh, okay.
This one is less planned, which I think is pretty cool, and I like it.
But very planned. But yes, like
No, it's like completely free form. You don't have any questions set up. The last podcast I did was like one question basically, and then she stopped the recording, and then she talked a little bit, and then another question stopped. It's just there was no. I mean, it was kind of flowy, but not like this. This is like open form, which I like.
Yeah, and when I post them, I just post the raw version. There is no edit unless I edit reels, but like thank you so much for recognizing that, and that's what I want people to see, that like the highest frequency to me is like
Authenticity, right?
Exactly. Allowing people to come here and really be uncomfortable to get comfortable with who they really are. Because for me too, it's been hard, you know, being on camera and doing all these things, and you know, I just had to say fuck it. Like if someone doesn't like me or like, you know, anything about this, they don't deserve to be in my life, you know, and that's what we need to realize is judgment. People who have judgment on us, that's their own inner conflict.
nothing to do with us.
Yeah, but we hold on to what other people think about us. It's just
because
crazy.
we're tribal creatures and we want to be accepted. Because if we weren't accepted by the tribe, it meant literal death.
Wow.
When we're, you know,
I've heard this back in
Yeah.
the day, right?
back in the day when we were,
Kill you.
well, when we were in the jungle, you know, or like
Yeah.
in the wild, right?
Uh-huh.
You stayed together because that's what kept you safe. Otherwise, predators would attack you and kill you. But if you're in a pack, you know, they can't really do anything.
Yeah, like wolves.
Yeah, and also getting food. You know, if you're in a pack, you can get food a lot easier, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, there is no I in teen. That's why the highest frequency as well. Like, I want to build a community that's like, listen, this is Earth. We all live here. You know, you can say we live here. No. we all live on this planet together. So that's the kind of like view that I see in my heart, and that's what I just want to share. And yeah, so anyways, Sam reached out to me. Let's get back to Sam. I don't honestly, I don't judge anyone, but I feel like God sends me everyone who needs to be on the show. And if it happens, it happens. And every single person so far that's been lined up has shown, been here, and I'm so grateful for that. So yeah, randomly yesterday, was it yesterday when I met you at the kitchen, or was that 2 days ago?
It was 2 days ago.
2 days ago, I went and get my juice. I'm just on this juice cleanse. That's like all I do right now is drink juices. And he's like, hey, and I look at him and I was like, do I know you? And right when he said Sam, I was like, oh, Sam. So yeah, most of these people I just reach out on Instagram, and it's so cool to run into them, I guess, before you meet them. So today you went to the beach.
I did. It was incredible. It was Freedom Beach. It was
I've heard so many good things about Freedom Beach. It's far too.
It was 45 minutes away, but it was probably the most beautiful beach I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah, on the way to Phuket, I was in whatever it's called, taxi, whatever, bus.
Oh.
And this guy was just he was showing me, he was like, go to Freedom Beach. But anyways, wow, how was that?
It was amazing.
Is it a lot of tourists?
Yeah, it was packed, but it didn't matter. It was just super beautiful. I'm not really much of a beach guy, to be honest.
Beach.
I live in Florida. I know it's crazy. My dad used to run on the beach every single day, but I did not inherit that desire. I just don't care for it that much. I don't like the feeling of sand on me that much. But the water was perfect temperature.
Did you get in?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, of course. And it felt really good. And just the views were so incredible.
Oh, man.
Anywhere you turn your head, it was just incredible views.
The views in Thailand,
the jungle,
the beaches?
The jungle, the beaches, the trees. It was just the water, obviously. There's boats in the water, the Thai boats. So fucking cool.
Yeah, with the big motors.
Yeah, it was so sick. I loved it.
That sounds amazing. And then he has an electric scooter. I don't have an electric scooter. I have a key, but he left it on, so he had to leave his scooter there.
Like that?
And no calling out. So yeah. So anyways, I messaged him, and I woke up at 6, and I was like, "Hey, you ready?" And he's like, "Ain't got a scooter." I was like, "I'll come get you." So here we are right now.
Yeah, this almost didn't happen.
But it had to happen.
It had to happen.
And then so he was hungry, so I was like, "Just pick somewhere." He's like, "Oh, right here." So we go to this restaurant, and there's this really nice, what are those tables? You take off your shoes, and it's a mat, but it's up ground.
I don't know what it's called.
Anyways, they have them in China, but you sit on the ground. But anyways, it had a sign that already said reserved, so I take it's a metal sign. I look around, I take it, I just hide it away, and then sit. And these 3 guys just come up, and they're like, "Oh, we reserved this table. This is our table, but you can sit with us." So happened to be, we're all just sitting there together, and it was the best aligned time.
Really good vibes. Really nice guys.
Yeah, it was strange. They were all boxing, or different types of, That's why I really like this street.
Yeah.
It's all fitness.
Like-minded people.
Yeah. And also about traveling. What's one of your favorite things of traveling?
One of my favorite things about traveling? Food. 100% is food.
I respect that.
I think food is the best way to immerse yourself in a culture. I think people put their whole fucking soul into food,
They do.
So if you eat the food, you kind of feel where they came from, their history. And also, I just love food. It tastes amazing.
Yeah, you like food. Yeah, I like the exotic fruits. That's food too. All the exotic fruits in Thailand are amazing. Have you tried durian?
I have not.
Oh, most people don't like it, but it's so good.
Doesn't it smell like ass?
That's what people say.
Or is that jackfruit?
More durian. I think it's illegal in Thailand to bring it on the buses and stuff.
Because it smells so bad, yeah. If you go to Thailand, try the masaman curry.
The what curry?
Masaman.
Masaman. I've only had the different tofu curries, but curries are amazing.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, Thai food is pretty good. So, you're here for 2 months.
Hopefully.
And training at Tiger.
Training at Tiger, yes.
You what classes do you take daily? You have a schedule, an
So
idea?
This week I was only taking jiu-jitsu. So I did jiu-jitsu Monday to Thursday.
Is that every day?
Jiu-jitsu is every day, yeah.
There's a pro jiu-jitsu, right?
There's a pro MMA.
Okay. Is there different levels jiu-jitsu or all one level?
No, it's all one level of jiu-jitsu. Yeah, I've been taking that, and I'm trying to build myself up to taking more than one class a day. I took jiu-jitsu I think on Thursday I did jiu-jitsu, and then later in the day, like 6 p.m., I did a private Muay Thai session, and it was incredible.
Wow.
The Thai trainers here are really good.
What, do you
He's
know the
actually
name?
the same trainer that held pads for George St. Pierre.
Nice.
I don't remember his name.
It's all right. It's so hard to remember people's names. Cool.
Yeah.
Let me know if you find out, because I have a lot of privates that I can do, and I have a card, and I want to try out different.
Yeah, for sure. He's great.
Awesome. Yeah, that's how I am this week. So I'm trying to just get into one class a day, do one activity a day, and then start with 2, and then hopefully do 3 or 4 sometimes next week. But what are all the different classes that you want to get into?
I want to 100% jiu-jitsu. I want to keep going to jiu-jitsu, and 2 would be MMA.
Any of the fitness?
I'm not really. I don't care about fitness, to be honest.
Respect.
It's like super boring to me.
Yeah. Fighting is like activity, right?
Fighting is incredibly mentally stimulating.
Yeah.
It's like you're playing a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like chess, but with repercussions, violent repercussions.
Yeah. So, yeah, right. Let's just make the plan for the sparring day. It only takes 30 minutes.
Sparring?
Yeah, you and me, 30 minutes.
It could be.
Any day.
It could be like
So let's lock it in.
15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. 3 rounds of 3.
Sure. Or 3 rounds of 5.
3 rounds of 5. Okay, you any day. You pick it. I'll be there. I like to lock it on camera.
Where are we? We're right here.
No, today is Sunday, the 19th. There you are,
yeah,
Sam.
I think Tuesday would be, Wednesday.
There's nothing for me on Wednesday. I'm not good.
So Wednesday's good.
What time range? You can change it.
Anytime in the afternoon.
Afternoon is like what, past 12?
Yeah.
I don't have a pen. I gotta mark that in though right now. I'm stoked. So you want to go in the octagon? If it's free?
There is an octagon. Yeah, we could.
Yeah, it's in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu area. Have you been that way? Yeah.
In the octagon?
They have an octagon back there.
What do you say? Have I been in what?
The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu area, BJ, like.
I told you I went to jiu-jitsu every day.
Did you see the octagon back there?
Yeah. I went last time I was in Phuket. That's where I went.
Nice. Yeah, I would like to do it in the octagon instead of a ring. It's more quiet back there too.
Yeah, there's like black mats on it so people don't see what's going on inside.
Maybe I can see when there's not a class, so it's quiet. That's Wednesday, right? Wednesdays. Whew. What about around like 1? Or I can do between 12 to 4. Anytime between there.
Like 4?
I'm down, alright. I like to log things in because then that makes me do it. Wednesday.
I think MMA class is at 4 though.
Oh yeah, that's right. So it'd be like 12 to 3 is when there's nothing happening in there that day.
Yeah. So I guess 2.
2. All right. 2. I'll remember that too. Yes. Can we do maybe like between technique and hard sparring?
I don't want to hard spar.
No hard spar at all.
I don't like hard sparring.
Okay, technique.
Yeah,
I like that. Okay, you could probably teach me a lot then.
I hope.
Yeah. Okay, so let's finish up and what are your intentions for the next 2025? Like your intention with your, yourself, your job, spirituality here. What intentions do you want to share and set out there?
I would like a wife. That'd be cool.
That's deep.
I would like to get my cardio up, sculpt my body a little bit better, maybe get down on the fat percentage, get my cardio up. I already said that, right?
It's all good. Do they have
business.
a BMI machine?
Yeah, not at Tiger, but down the street there's
Okay.
a BMI machine.
Build your business.
Yeah. Did it stop recording?
No, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, build my business. Hopefully make it so I can live by myself instead of having to live with my mom. That'd be pretty cool.
Respect.
I mean, I don't know if I had the money to live by myself, I don't know if I would, but it'd be nice to just know that I could, I want the money to be able to provide for a future family. Like I want to have enough money so I could let my wife do whatever she wanted and then also have kids,
Absolutely.
I just want to be able to support them.
So do you plan on have you thought about using social media to grow your brand?
I've been trying. Yeah, it's not been working out too well. TikTok just got banned. One of my TikToks actually went viral. It had like 2 point something million views and like 300,000 likes, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I gained like a few hundred followers from
Yeah.
it, so it didn't really amount to anything. And then TikTok just got banned today. So
I heard about
now I'm
that.
gonna just go harder on Instagram, I guess.
You have YouTube?
I do, but I've only posted like 3 or 2 shorts, and that's it.
Because every time you post reels and stuff on Instagram, you can instantly post the same on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing.
Cool. I mean, if you ever need help with that, recording things, just since you're here for 2 months, every time you do a session, just pull out your phone. And then you can make a little voiceover, it takes 2 minutes a day to, and then just post those as reels.
Yep.
And I mean, I don't, some people are like, oh, I'm just shy or like posting too many things. Fuck it, do it.
Why
Reels
not?
though, why not? If you want to grow yourself, grow your brand, which is exactly what you want to do because you want financial freedom, as I do too. I am literally just starting to do all this. And I don't have much money. I'm just
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just putting my all into it. Training podcast, and there's no plan B.
Yeah, I mean, I think you pursue what you love doing and doors will open. It might not be exactly the way that you want it to be. Your expectations usually aren't met, but usually when your expectations are met, it's usually disappointing, which is strange. Things happen the way they're supposed to, and just be grateful for the way that they happen, and
Wow.
that's the way it should be.
Yeah,
I think.
definitely. So yeah, I just want to say, if you ever, since you're gonna be here for 2 months, I'm here for a while. If you ever want to make another video, do something unique, any type of martial arts little reels, like just hit me up. That's different from my.
But when we go on Wednesday, we should make some reels.
Oh yeah, duh. Okay, let's do that. Yeah. So we'll get about 45 minutes. I can spend about 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah. That'd be
Sounds
dope.
good.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Sam. Can you
Absolutely,
share?
thank you.
Your Instagram.
My personal Instagram is Sam Spencer Silverberg, and my dojo Instagram is The Davey Dojo.
Davey, can you spell that out so people?
The DAVIE Dojo, DOJO.
Cool. And yeah, hit Sam up if you have any advice. He's an amazing coach and an amazing person.
Thank you.
We will have some more videos coming soon. Bye.
Peace out.
Hello.